Hello guys, I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. On today's video we are going to be cutting and also sewing this particular gown. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, don't forget to do so. Please guys, subscribe to my channel so you can get to see my videos. This is the fabric that I'll be using, my ASOOKE and also the Kampala. The ASOOKE is just like one piece, which is enough. I later cut it into three you know to cut out that effect on it. For this gown, I'll be cutting it separately because it's not a free dress, so I'll be cutting it separately just like you want to cut a straight gown. I folded my fabric into two like this, then I measured out my actual gown length, which is 58 inches for the total plus 1 inches allowance, making it 59. I marked that out, and that point will be my starting point, which I will later mark out my back. Your back divided by 2, that means you're going to be measuring your back from the middle of your neck like this towards where you want it to reach. That is how you're going to get your back. So for this particular dress, I used 21 inches for the back, and that is what I'm marking now. I came down by 1 inches from my slope. The reason for the slope is so that your shoulder will sit perfectly on your sleeve will sit perfectly on your shoulder very well. After that, I came down by 11 inches for my sleeve, for my round sleeve. Then I rule out a straight line to meet it. Moving forward, my initial bust is 40 inches, so I added like 6 inches to it, making it 46. 46 divided by 4, that is what I will be placing on that bust part, that's bust point, whereas I measured 11 inches from the shoulder part. This place exactly, so I'll place the measurement on it, then join it to my sleeve like this. So that measurement that I used on the bust, that is what I'll be using throughout the whole length of the dress, of the fabric, sorry, whichever. If you want yours to be more free, you can add 10 inches to it. You can add whatever allowance you want, but I don't want it to be too loose. That's why I just added 6 inches. Moving forward, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold my fabric again into two and place the front part that I just cut out now and place it on it to cut out the exact shape out. After which I will now cut out my neckline for the back and for the front. So it's very simple. So for the ASOOKE, it's just one. So I cut it into three, then take it to my sewing machine and I join the three together like this. I joined the three together. This is what I have after I've joined it together. Then I notch the center part. I notch the center for the fabric and also for the ASOOKE. Now I'll be shaping out the neck shape now. It might be kind of funny, but this is just the way it is. So for that first part I used 3 inches. For the other one I used 1.5 because the neck shape is not really a center one and it's not a V center shape. So for that side I just marked a straight line. Then for the other side like the way I'm doing exactly, I let it to mix up with the V for that side. For that side I used 2.5 I used 1.5 for that side. I came down by 7 inches. I also came down by 7 inches for that side as well. The next thing I did was I shape out the shape. I just trace it out like this. Just follow the video and you're going to get how I just do the whole thing. And another thing is, for this ASOOKE, after you might have joined yours, just measure the length, I mean the depth you want to be using for the total this thing. If you want it to be 20, if you don't want it to be too long for the front design, you can just trim it to your length before, before cutting out the pattern, the shape, whatever shape you want to use. Just make sure that the length is not too long. But if you want it to be too long, you can leave it like that. But for this particular video, I didn't even measure it. It was later on that I need to trim off some part because it was too long and I don't like it. So before drawing any shape of your choice on it, just make sure that you first of all measure it to your satisfaction before you now start adding any kind of design you want to use. So this is after I've shaped out everything that I want, cutting it out to look like what I like. So I'm just trying to cut it out now. For that part, make sure you measure what you want to come in with so that you not go and cut more than. So on my front part of the dress, I just, you just take the piece for the neck and trace it out so that you'll be able to get the center part correctly. And that's all for the neck part and also the design. The next thing we are going to do is shaping out the back neckline. This is what you are going to do. Your right side of your fabric facing the right side of your fabric, in order to cut out the exact shape out. Don't get mixed up. The right side of your fabric facing the right side of your fabric, and that is what I just did. And then the neckline is not of the same measurement, so that is why I have to place it on it in order to cut it out. After I've marked out what I want, then I shape it to what I like for the back part. And this is what I am doing in the video. Then after I've shaped it out to my taste, I later split it into two with 5 inches downward, because if not, the person will not be able to pass the neck due to the front neckline. So that is what I mean. You cut it into two with 5 inches. And that is all. This is just a facing for the back. The next thing we are going to be looking at is how we are going to be placing the design, the ASOOKE design on the front part. So this is the wrong side of my fabric. Then I place the ASOOKE on it like this in order to turn it to the front side. So you are going to take it to your sewing machine and sew on that neck part like this. So after that, you have to turn it to the right part. And that is it. If your iron is available, you can just iron it very well, and then fold in the rough edges with 1/2 inch seam allowance like this, like the way I'm doing, round the rough edges throughout. And ta-da, this is what I have after that. The next thing for you to do is to just do the same thing for the back part. Go and use the facing to turn in the rough edges for the back part as well, in order to be able to join the shoulders to each other. After that, you can see that I'm just turning out the back part. You can use your what is it called, your bra hook to secure the back part, or you can use a button. You can use anything of your choice. Just make sure you use something to hold it together. After which I'm done, I'm to join in and out my back just like this, and do the same thing for the other side. Ta-da! I later place the piece on the sleeve side. Go ahead and take in your measurement. I later use 1 inches for the joining, for the seam allowance. Join it and then leave about 16 inches for the side slits because for ease movement. And this is what we have. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you so much. So I'll be bringing another video. Bye.